I would give you guys some tips, personal tips that I use on Thanksgiving, and then some holiday tips with parties and eating out. Despite the COVID 2020, there's still gonna be plenty of events that you go to, probably maybe more at home with close friends and family than versus eating out, or there may be quite a few eating out. You're still gonna be busy and still doing events, and it's still gonna be very easy to put on some weight during the holidays. So I'm gonna give you some tips on the eating out, the parties, things like that, to help you balance it better, because I'm all for enjoying yourself and having treats, but you have to balance it. You can't have 5 nights of treats and drinks. It's gonna add up, and you're gonna put on some weight on top of inflammation, bloat, probably screw up your gut health, drop your energy level. It's gonna affect your sleep. So it's not just putting on the weight, it's also some declines in health that you can experience by just throwing everything to the wind for the next 4, 5, 6 weeks of the end of the year. All right, so first let's talk about Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving and Super Bowl are the 2 days of the year where the highest amount of calories are consumed. It's close to 4,000 calories the average American consumes on those 2 days. I'm gonna say holidays, even though Super Bowl pretty much is a holiday because everybody takes off work the day after anyway, so we're gonna call them holidays. So for Thanksgiving, what I do and recommend for clients is, especially if you have let's say 1 or 2 large meals throughout the day. Let's start with 1 and then we'll work if you have 2. If you have 1 large meal during the day on Thanksgiving Day and it's earlier in the day, let's say you do like a lunch, a 1 or a 2 p.m. Meal, what I typically suggest is just fasting up until that meal. Get up, have a little bit of coffee, a little bit of water, but really no food. And this is if you're not working out, okay? I'll give all the scenarios here. So this is an early dinner and not working out on Thanksgiving Day. I would fast up until that meal, okay? You're gonna consume a ton of calories at that meal, so just fast, just don't eat basically, and save your calories for that meal and enjoy your meal, enjoy your treats, etc. And then be done with it. So I always say, give yourself like a 3-hour window or something like that from your meal to have your desserts and stuff like that, and then cut it off. You gotta stop the eating, because chances are you're really not hungry. You're just continuing to nibble and eat those foods because they are in front of your face, left out. Chances are you're probably pretty miserably full, but we continue to eat just because it's the holiday and we just give in and we just feel like it and all of that kind of stuff. So what I say for that day, and again, this is personal, and what I do suggest to some clients is fast until your meal. Give yourself like a 3-hour window again to enjoy your meal, let your meal settle a little bit, have your dessert, and then be done. Be done with it. Step away from the food, put the food up. Don't have it just sitting out so you're continuously nibbling on it the rest of the day and you eat 4,000 calories in a day, okay? There's a very select few in the population that need to be eating 4,000 calories a day, and that is endurance athletes, professional athletes, and then some male bodybuilders. Other than that, there's not a lot of us that need 4,000 calories in a day, okay? So there's my tip for that. If you are working out on Thanksgiving Day and you have an earlier dinner, do your workout. Then I suggest just having a protein shake post-workout and then fast again until your meal. There's not gonna be that much time between your workout probably and your meal anyways. Put your protein shake in and you should be good. Drink some water, coffee, hot tea, some kind of volume like that to get it in your belly, and you should feel fine. Again, same thing follows. Give yourself a 3-hour window to eat and then stop the eating. Back away from the eating, let it go, okay? If you eat later in the day, like 5 or 6 p.m., I recommend having a breakfast in the morning, basically protein, okay? Because that's typically your Thanksgiving meals are high carb, high fat meals, low protein. Yes, you have turkey, but you have a small amount of meat and then a ton of sides, right? Mashed potatoes, green beans, corn, stuffing, dressing, rolls, whatever it may be. So lots of carbs, lots of fats, all right? So I recommend getting up that morning, having a protein-filled breakfast, minimizing the carbs and fats for that breakfast. Again, that protein is gonna leave you feeling full and hold you over until your dinner. So get up, have a protein-filled breakfast, and then again, fast from breakfast until your meal at 5 or 6 in the evening. Same thing, 3-hour window, and then stop the eating, okay? A lot of people go into these meals and they just eat and they're not even enjoying, and this is one of the behaviors that I work on with my clients. It's almost a binging of sorts when you go into it, when you're not even enjoying the bite that's in your mouth. All you're doing is thinking about that next bite and getting that next bite in and getting that next bite in. So if you're in that mentality with your food, that's an unhealthy food relationship, and you just need to step back for a second, take a breather, enjoy the food as you're chewing it, but also realizing that this is not the last time you're gonna have mashed potatoes. You can have mashed potatoes all year round. You can have stuffing all year round. This is not the last time and the only time you're gonna get to eat these foods, so you don't need to go into it with that mindset of, I'm just gonna eat it because we never eat this stuff, you know, regularly. Maybe you don't make it regularly, but you can. And so you just need to have that mentality of it's food, enjoy the family, enjoy the treats, you know, things like that, but to an extent, balance yourself. Don't eat yourself into absolute misery with your food, okay? All right, so there's some tips for Thanksgiving. Take them or leave them, that's up to you. But I find it very beneficial. I find it from making you feel like hell after eating all of your food. And then I also find it that it helps you to not feel like hell the day after as well. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. That you feel a little bit better the day after, that you didn't have so much food on your belly and you're not so heavy feeling. But anyways, there's that. All right, so let's talk about holiday. Getting into December, once we pass Thanksgiving, we're headed towards Christmas and New Year, so lots of events. Even though, like I said, it's COVID 2020, there's still gonna be plenty of stuff out there. I think home baking is probably gonna ramp up 65%, so you're probably gonna have a lot more home treats than maybe you typically would, especially if you were in an office and you're now working at home. I guarantee you're still gonna get a bunch of treats, okay? Or if you worked at an office and you're now at home, you're probably going to be getting, you know, you guys are probably gonna have some kind of dinner out or some kind of event or something, I don't know. You know, I would imagine a lot of people are gonna try to get their workers together for the holidays in some sort of fashion, whether you have to break it up in different departments, you know, whatever, I don't know. But here's a few tips, okay? So when you're doing this, a lot of us feel social pressure when we're at these events to eat and drink. Or if you go to a friend's house, you feel the pressure to eat or drink what has been put in front of you. Okay? Don't. It's your body, it's your health, it's your life. You don't have to eat food just because it was put in front of you, okay? And if people put social pressure on it, they're just trying to make themselves feel better about what they're doing, and you have to realize that, okay? So just go into it, and just if it's not something that you want to eat, it doesn't fit into your plan for the day, whatever it may be, just say no thanks. You don't offer, or you don't owe anybody an explanation. You don't have to offer an explanation. You can just say, no thanks, I'm good right now, okay, when it comes to that. When it comes to drinking, I have a lot of clients that are high exec clients that entertain their clients on a regular basis, and it involves going to a bar or a restaurant and having social drinks and doing the deal, whatever it may be. So I say fake it till you make it when it comes to those, especially if, you know, you've set your boundaries for that day or that week of how many alcoholic drinks we're gonna have or what your calorie intake is gonna be for that day. So go and have a sparkling, like just soda with a lime in it, and make people think you're having a vodka soda. You know, fake it till you make it when it comes to that kind of stuff, to keep the calories low. If you're not feeling the drinks, whatever it may be, there's ways around it. You can be creative with it and not have to worry about hurting anybody's feelings, which that just, I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't understand people getting their feelings hurt because you don't eat their food when you know they're on a health journey or whatever it may be. Even to this day, as long as I've been doing this, and I'll go to different events and people try to get me to eat the food, and I'm just like, no. Stop. I don't want it. It does not fit into my goals for today or whatever it may be. No, and I've gotten very, very good at saying no and not giving a crap what anybody thinks, because I'm very healthy, I'm very fit, I'm meeting my goals, and that's what matters to me, okay? Me eating crap makes them happy, not me happy. So stick to yourself and stick to a no thanks and leave it at that. You don't owe anybody an explanation, okay? All right, I'm looking down here. I wrote all my tips down so I didn't forget everything. Tip number 2, if you're going to an event, let's say it's in a week where you've got a lot of events and you need to reel it in. You can't overeat or eat treats and drinks at every single event during the holidays. That is what is the recipe for putting on some holiday weight gain. So I always recommend, and this is all year round actually, if I have a client that's on a weight loss journey and we're needing to keep things pretty reined in before they go to an event, eat before you go. You don't need to eat a feast before you go, but eat something so that you're full, okay? Eat a good balance, protein, veggies, starchy carbs, something like that at home. And then when you go to the event, you can have just a little bit of something that's not gonna blow your calories for the day or completely take you off track for your goals. So I personally do this a lot. If I'm going somewhere and I know that the food options are not gonna be aligned with where I am with my health goals for that period of time, I always eat before I go. Always eat before I go. And then if I'm gonna be stuck somewhere, again, for an extended period of time, and I'm pretty sure that the food options are not gonna align with what I need, I'll take a protein bar in my purse or some nuts or something like that I'll keep with me that will help me to get through that period of time until I can get back home and eat the foods that align with my goals. So eat before you go. And again, it doesn't need to be a feast, just enough to keep you full so that you don't go into an event starving and you end up overeating. And just keep in mind all those little appetizers when you go to parties and they have the trays and you're like, oh, it's such a little thing, it can't be that much. Those little guys add up very, very quickly and they have a lot of calories packed into a tiny, tiny little package. So just keep that in mind, okay? All right, tip number, excuse me, 3. All right, I have yet to go into a restaurant where I cannot find something that fits my plan. You can find a grilled piece of meat and steamed vegetables and a plain baked potato with your condiments on the side anywhere you go. Anywhere you go. Even if it's not listed, so let's say you go to a restaurant and they don't have a grilled piece of chicken listed as an option, but they have a grilled chicken sandwich on the menu, they got grilled chicken. Just tell them you want a piece of grilled chicken. Same thing, you could get a steak, you could get a burger, whatever it may be. You can find a grilled piece of meat, you can ask for plain steamed vegetables, whatever their vegetables are of the day that they have, and you can always, always get a plain baked potato with your butter and your sour cream on the side, okay? Maybe pretty boring, but again, you're getting out, you're getting a social event, and you're staying on track with your goals. So it's just being prepared. The other thing you can do is look the menu up in advance and find some things and input it into your tracking. If you're tracking your food, input it into your tracking like your MyFitnessPal or whatever it may be, and go ahead and pre-pick what you're gonna have at that restaurant so that it fits into your goals as well, okay? All right, tip number 4, some things to avoid are your condiments and your sauces. I always tell my clients and myself, I get everything on the side. I'm not saying you can't have it, but get it on the side so you can control the amount that is put onto your sandwich or your salad or whatever it may be, because they don't care in the kitchen. They're just gonna dump, and you're not gonna have any idea exactly how much is on there, and I guarantee it's 2 to 3 times more than what you actually need for whatever you're eating. So always get your sauces and stuff on the side. Anything can be prepared how you want it, especially this day and age, guys. The restaurants are more in tune with all the food allergies and the sensitivities and things like that. They don't have issues making things different than what they are on the menu. I have zero problem being incredibly picky with my order. Number 1, I'm paying for it. Number 2, I'm eating it. Number 3, it's my food. I'll fix it how I want to. And actually how I look at it, a lot of times I'm saying no this, no this, no that. I'm saving them money because I'm still paying the same price for the meal that's including all of this stuff, and I'm telling them to take it off the side, so I'm kind of saving you some money. So it's a win-win, right? For everybody. Anyway, so that's how I look at it. All right. And then, yeah, tip number 5 is always remember you have control. You have complete control of the food that you put in your mouth, that you choose to or not put in your mouth or that you choose to drink or not drink. Okay, you have 100% control. You just need to exercise that control, okay? Now again, I just want to come back and say, I'm not saying not to enjoy the holidays and enjoy some of the treats and the festivities that come along with the holidays. I 100% will participate, but it's balanced. It's balance. I'm not gonna put on 5 to 6 pounds over the holidays. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna wake up every day so bloated and inflamed and my fingers are swollen, or I have a headache, or I feel dehydrated because I'm eating and drinking crap more than I typically do throughout the rest of the year, just because it's the holidays. It's balance, 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 balance. So like if you know you're gonna have a dinner out, then make breakfast and lunch on point. Get your water in that day. Get your protein in that day. Maybe if you know you're going out to dinner and there's gonna be more carbs, pull back on the carbs earlier in the day. Plan and prepare a little bit. Put a little bit of effort into your health and your wealth and your body to prevent you from putting on those holiday pounds. A lot of people just throw in the towel at the holiday and they're like, oh, screw it, January 1, I'll lose weight. And so what they don't understand is the weight that they're putting on during the holidays makes it even harder for them to lose weight when it comes January 1, okay? Versus having some self-control during the holidays, not really putting on any weight, but still had plans January 1 to lose weight. Then you can lose weight without an additional 5 to 6 pounds on your body, plus the inflammation and the bloat and all the havoc that you created from eating so many sweet treats and having drinks and things like that. So it's just about balance, guys, all right? There's no reason to be gluttonous during the holidays. That's not what the holidays are about. It's about family and enjoying and being grateful for where you are and who you're with, reflecting on the year, things like that. It's just, don't make it about the food, okay? And don't make it about the drinks. Make it about the quality time that you're getting to spend with your loved ones, your friends, your family, whatever it may be. All right, so I hope this is helpful. I hope these tips were helpful, basically, for you guys. I just said that. But these are things that I use all year round, but I just thought during the holidays, it's great to hear them again, remind you, just put it in the back of your head to put balance in your life during the holidays. So I wish everybody the best. Happy holidays. Let's just get through 2020, finish this guy out, and pray that 2021 brings us a much better, happier, healthier, safer year. So I will see you guys in the next one.